Thanks, Ron. So as Ron mentioned, this is the Employers Gone Wild part of the program, but I kind of feel that the Gone Wild term is a little bit 90s. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I thought we could update it to be a little bit more hip with the internet age. But first we need to cover a bit of sort of internet jargon and terminology. So we're going to look at a couple slides here. All right, so OMG. Can someone tell me what this stands for? People with teenagers at home? Someone, what is it? Oh my God, all right, okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, LOL, laugh out loud. All right, you guys got this is good. Okay, this one's a little tough. There's an F in it, but don't shout any, this is clean, okay? So, only if you know it. Yeah, okay, great, you guys know it, great. Okay, so this next one's a little obscure, you might not know it. So, also F, so please. LFMF, does anyone know it? No? Okay, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. It's learn from my fail. So it's a little less common, so I thought I'd go over some examples that you might see on the internet. So I drank orange juice after brushing my teeth, hashtag learn from my fail. It's kind of gross. I continued to shave in the middle of a sneeze. Hashtag learn from my fail. This one, my child wanted to hear music by the Bare Naked Ladies, so I told him to Google it. That's very dangerous, obviously. So now I'm going to give you an example that I made up, but it relates to the case that I'm here actually to talk about. So I paid a disabled worker $1 an hour, learn from my fail. So it actually could be a bit longer. It should say, I paid a disabled worker $1 an hour for 10 years, and I had to go to the Human Rights Tribunal, learn from my fail. So an employer in Ontario did actually do just that. The story starts with Terry Lynn Gary, who worked for a company called Janice Jones in St. Catharines, and she worked there for about 10 years. Ms. Gary's developmentally disabled, but she did the same work as her non-disabled colleagues. In 2009, she was dismissed, along with 10 other developmentally disabled peers from her employment. Now, Ms. Gary's mother had been managing her finances up until that point. And so when she was terminated, Ms. Gary found out that she was actually being paid between $1 and $1.25 an hour for her work at Janice Jones. Obviously, this is about 10% of minimum wage and a clear violation of the Employment Standards Act. So Ms. Gary decided she'd do something about it, and she filed a complaint with the Human Rights Tribunal, alleging discrimination on the basis of in employment on the basis of disability, contrary to the Human Rights Code. So in March this year, the tribunal actually found in favor of Ms. Gary and found that the employer's wage practice was in fact contrary to the code. The tribunal also found that the company's practice of classifying employees with developmental disabilities as trainees and other employees as employees was contrary to the code and an affront to dignity. The tribunal also noted on an aside that the company's practice of paying just under the clawback for Ontario disability support payments effectively shifted the burden of paying the employees with developmental disabilities from the company to the taxpayers. So that's where you might insert one of those OMGs. It's pretty bad. So like I said, Ms. Gary won the case. She was awarded $142,000 for the difference in the wages of what she should have earned for the 10 years and what she was actually paid. She was also awarded $20,000 to make up for damages for her dismissal and $25,000 for damages to her dignity, feelings, and self-respect. So hopefully we can all learn from this employer's fail. If you have a disabled employee, you have to pay them at least minimum wage, and they should, of course, be making the same as other employees that are doing the same work. So hopefully you've learned something. If not something with the case, some new internet jargon. You guys already had that covered. But I don't want to see any of those terms, any termination letters that I'm reviewing for you guys in the future. So I'm going to leave you with one last internet meme since you guys seem to know this stuff so well, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks.